YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka Medusa. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell every time I post up new content. Yes, this is the second show today. Um, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I was caught slipping, but I was just over on a fellow YouTuber's channel, and it's funny that like I said, let's look at it like this: people die every day, right? But you get some deaths that actually really say overshadow other people's death. Grant the fact the people involved may have of great importance, or let's just say that, as my man Mag Truth says, that the dumb masses may look at these people as being of great importance. So I say all that to say this: DMX and Prince Phillip died on the same day, April 9th. Well, what did you really hear about? Who did you really hear? How many of y'all actually really heard? You probably 9 times out of 10, you probably heard more of DMX. Be quiet. And so, how many of y'all actually really heard more of the death of DMX? And you know what? Be quiet, because I'm doing a show. You can't be quiet. Take it back that way. Okay. It's funny that I come in here now. All of a sudden, y'all want to come eat. All of a sudden.
Get out. Get out now. Go ahead and lay down.
So in either case, people, I look at this whole deal with. I look at this whole deal with Prince Phillip and DMX the same way that I look at when Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett died on the exact same day back in 2009, I believe. But everybody was so fixed on Michael Jackson. And then nobody actually really, put like this. You almost got be like, okay, well, y'all know Farrah Fawcett died. You were like, damn, really? Right? And then you also look at it like when Prince died a few years later, he died on Queen Elizabeth's birthday. And you almost got to ask yourself, okay, well, what color was Prince known for to wear? Especially like back in the early, his thing was purple, or that's what his color was, right? So again, I know what y'all probably sitting there thinking, okay, Paul Harris, where are you going with this, or where are you trying to go with this? Look, I'm not trying to go nowhere with this. Well, actually, I am. But the thing about it, though, is this. So, Prince Phillip died in 99. Now, I actually really want y'all to actually really stop and think about something for a minute. Queen Elizabeth has been around forever and a day, right? And I actually really did a comment. I said, okay, he died at the age of 99. You flip it around, it's 66, right? And then I also said, it really wouldn't surprise me none if Queen Elizabeth had her own husband knocked off. It's an old saying. Just like see, like with certain insects, I think it's the praying mantis, I believe it is, where that the female go out, get a male, have sex, and then kill the motherfucker afterwards. Right? Now, great the fact they've been married like for forever and a day. But then again, if you actually really stop and actually really pay attention to how time actually really operates, then you can actually really stop and think about, okay, well, damn, you know what? Queen Elizabeth did the exact same thing what the doggone praying mantis did, right? So, again, people, so I look at it like this. I'm doing this show for one reason only. It wasn't too long ago that the ultimate interview took place. And y'all, and like I say, for those of y'all that's actually really gonna watch this, go back and watch the show that I did. I actually really called it The Interview, and I put it all in all caps. When Meghan Markle and her husband come out there, and they actually really gave the reason why they left Buckingham Palace or wherever the hell that they stayed at, right? Now, consider so look at it like this, because they kept saying this. Both of them kept saying the same thing. They said, well, people were questioning. People were questioning who said what and why did they say it. Well, if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, out of that family, right, there's only two people that can actually really be held as the culprit of actually really being guilty of saying something of that magnitude. It was either Prince Phillip or Queen Elizabeth, one of the two. And just for the simple fact, so when you look at it from that aspect, right? Here's what you got to ask yourself. So now you got to ask yourself, okay, well, who said it? Who said it? Who said it, or who was actually really about to tell it and say, hey, guess what? This is family. Regardless of who our grandson actually really go out and marry. Right? But then again, it's just like what I told y'all with the show that I titled The Interview, right? There's a lot of this stuff with Princess Di, you know, everybody know, you know, depending on who you talk to, you know, they might say, well, hey, old Princess Di was out there creeping. That's why she got knocked off, right? And depending on when them babies or when that boy was born, right? A lot of it, you know, I'm just saying, you know, if you want to connect the dots, then go ahead, connect the doggone dots. If indeed there's any dots to actually really be connected, right? But I'm just looking at it like this. It's just like what my man said, 99 years old, and what's so bad about it, they would say, oh, he was just weeks away from turning 100 years old, right? So I guess his birthday was in June or something of it, all right? So, which for the most part, I'm almost about ready to actually like really figure out, okay, when was Prince Philip born? Because I'm almost about ready, because it's a certain date that's actually really coming in my mind right now, as far as like the month of June, which is the 6th month according to It's the 6 month, you know, according to y'all's bullshit calendar, which starts off in January, i.e., the Roman goddess Janus, and that bitch is two-faced. And you know, again, I've actually really told y'all about this plenty of times. So I'm almost about ready to go back and see when was Prince Phillip, what day that he was actually really born on. And if it's in it, put like this, if he was born on June 6th, then we can be like, you know, we could actually really be like, okay, well, hey, well, damn, you know what? We may have something here. We may have something here, considering how a lot of people actually really look at all of that stuff over there. Me personally, I could be like, you know what? Fuck the queen. You know, they don't listen. They don't do nothing for Apollos Harris, aka the Medusa. Just putting it out there, people. So so basically all what I'm saying is this, right? All of this stuff, and then here it is. Today is the 17th, I believe. So 420 Weed Day, that's Queen Elizabeth's birthday. So happy birthday, Queen Elizabeth. Guess what? You just knocked off your husband. Right? Now I know a lot of people gonna say, well, oh, Apollos Harris, that's you going just a little bit too far. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because you get some people out there feel like well, you know what, y'all, you know my birthday coming up. Y'all know what I like, right? Go out there and make it happen. So they just say, hey, look, you know my birthday coming up, right? My husband had pissed me off one time too many. Go out and make it happen. Right? So I'm just putting it up. I'm like I said, you know, if it's any dots to connect, then you go ahead and you connect those dots. Just like I said, Prince Phillip, DMX died on the same day. Well, who was they really pushing? DMX. He was 50. This motherfucker, he's 99. And then, like I said, you flip it around, 6'6". Then you got the Queen's birthday coming up on the 20th, right? Then, like I say, I told you about Michael Jackson, Farrah Fawcett. They died on the same day. But who was they pushing? Right? But then again, we actually stop and think about it. It makes perfect sense for them to actually really push DMX out there, because ain't no telling what type of business ventures or business venues that the royal family had or have. Because, like I said, a lot of people don't know this. Chase Bank, that's Queen Elizabeth. That's her cash cow. JP Morgan, one of the main folk that was supposed to be on the Titanic so many years ago, he got off. He got off of that boat because he knew what was going to happen. But he still came across that water, opened up a bank, Chase Bank, and the rest, as what they say, is history. So again, Connect the dots, people. Connect the dots. That's what it all boils down to. Connecting the doggone dots, people. The industry, the people that run it, Prince Phillip, and the people and one of the doggone employees, DMX. And so they push the employee. And for the most part, the hell with the doggone employer, right? That's how you have to look. Look, this is how you have to look at it. This is how you have to look at it. Plain and simple, people. Right? So it really ain't too much nothing else that I can actually really say on that. I've already talked about Dwayne White, and for the most part, I actually found out some other stuff today. Apparently, this guy had a warrant, right? And he actually really couldn't carry. That's why I got. But even then, if he got a warrant, there still ain't no reason to actually really shoot this guy, right? If indeed he actually really got shot, and again, it's almost like that one incident once before, where that guy he went over to his girlfriend's house or his baby mama's house, trying to break up a fight. Police come over, come to find out he had a warrant. Police try to tell him to stop, right? He steady walking. So the guy finna get in his car, and then that's when the cop actually really decides he wants to open fire behind an open door, right? All you hear is gunshots, right? Which for the most part, you really don't, put like this, the evidence is inconclusive. Just because you behind a doggone car door. You behind a car door, you hear shots fired. Oh, once again, y'all just think somebody that got shot. Where he could have been shooting at the doggone dashboard all doggone day long. Right? And then they say, because think about it, out of all that, how many bullets actually really hit that guy? Right? So again, it's just like what I told y'all earlier. Go back, look at the Rodney King, go back and look at the motherfucking Rodney King beating footage. Or at least that's what the hell they call it. Go back and look at that footage. Go back and look at George Floyd footage. Right? And again, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, all what the hell we can actually go on as doggone hearsay. And I done told y'all plenty of times about Trayvon Martin's dad. He was actually really getting initiated with his so-called son was actually really getting murdered. So again, people, you look at what's going on, because just like I say, my birthday, April 1st, right? And then you almost got to ask yourself, okay, well, let's just say, do you realize how many people were born on April 1st? And how many people actually really died on April 1st? You know? But you don't ever hear about nobody popular dying on April 1st, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to like, April Fool. But then when you push it 8 days later, push it to the 9th, then DMX, because matter of fact, he went into the hospital on the 2nd. Right? So think about it. He went in on the 1st, April Fool. Right? So they waited, they pushed that shit off to the 2nd, and he died 7 days later. Right? Same thing with Prince Phillip. So Again, the employee, the employer. However you want to look at it, people. So with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street around the corner, Paulus Harris, aka the Medusa. Till next time.